Well, I hope you are good, and I hope that you are fine. Thank you so much for joining my live. I really appreciate. Now, today I want us to discuss about a topic that it a topic that passes or let us talk about change generally. And this is a topic that everyone faces every every now and then, and all of us or many people uh, don't know how we can cope with change. Now today I want us to talk about the power of change. Mm, the power of change. Today I want us to talk about the power of change. Now today this is this is something that affects every person in 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 their lives. Change is a person that affects is a change is something that affects me. It's something that affects you. It's something that affects another person, your relative, your friend, any person. Every person in this earth is always affected by change. Now, as we continue, now change is one of the few things in life that is guaranteed. No, change is one of the few things in life that is guaranteed. It has to happen. It must happen. It may be happening now. It, maybe it happened yesterday. It might happen tomorrow. It might happen the day after tomorrow. It might happen after a week, after a month, after a year, or even after 10 years or even 100 years. But, but general change is something in life that is a guarantee, meaning that it must happen. It have to. It have to. Now, seasons change. Seasons change. Time changes. Technology changes. Mm? People change. Our dreams change. Even the world around us keeps changing every single day. Even the world around us keep us changing or keep changing every day. We keep on changing our lives. Everything keeps on changing. Everything around us keeps on changing. Everything around us keeps on changing. Keeps on changing. Yes, let me add some light here. Yes. Now, guys, some people fear change. Yes. Some people fear change. That's why I started by saying that we fear change. Some people fear change. Others resist it. Some people fear change. Others resist it. Some run away from it. Yes, even running away, some run away from it. But the truth in this, but the truth is this: change is necessary for growth. You see, it doesn't matter. Maybe you might fear change, you might resist it, you might even run away from it. But change inevitably is necessary for growth. If you want to grow, you have to change something. You have to embrace change. If you have to grow, you have to embrace change. Hmm? Yeah, you have to embrace change, because if you do not embrace change, you will stay in one place. You will never grow. You will never develop. You will never advance. So change is inevitable. You must embrace change in order to grow and to develop. Now, if nothing ever changed, just imagine if nothing ever changed in this world, a seed will never become a tree. Yes, maybe a seed, if nothing changed, a seed will never become a tree. A child will never become an adult. A student will never become a professional. We would remain in the same place forever. That is why change is good. It makes us develop, because maybe a tree These are like a tree would be, a seed will not become a tree, or a student will not will never become a professional. So you see, or a child will never become an adult. So you see, change for growth, change is always good. Change is always inevitable. We have to change. Now, so today, I want us to reflect deeply on change. I want us to reflect deeply on change. What it means, why it matters, the challenges it brings, and how we can use it to become better people. How we can use it to become better people. Now let us begin. Remember that point number one: change begins with us. Change begins with us. Remember, change begins with us. Change begins with you. Change begins with me. Change, change begins with each and every person. Now, many times when people speak about change, they talk. Let me take that again. Many times when people speak about change, they talk about changing government, changing schools, changing communities, or changing other people. But real change begins with us. Yes, you cannot change other people if you yourself do not change. You cannot change a community if you yourself have not changed. You cannot change other people if you yourself have not changed. If you cannot even change your government, the way the government operates if you yourself has not changed. So before we change other people, we have to change ourselves. Before we change other people, we have to change ourselves. Another thing, before the world changes, our mindset must change. Before the world changes, our mindset must change. So you have to change your mindset. Your mindset must change. You have to change your mindset. You cannot. So that's why I said that change is inevitable. For you to change other people, for you to change any other people or other things, first of all, change must come within you, and it is in your mindset. Now, a person who wants success must change their habits. Yes, a person who wants success must change their habits. Maybe you want a successful business. You have to change your habit. You have to change how you deal with the customer. You have to change how you deal with other people. You have to change even if you are a student. If you want to succeed, you have to change your reading habits. If you want to prosper in life, you have to change your friends, or you have to change your company. Now, a person who wants peace must change their attitude. Yeah, now, if you want peace, you have to. Now, this is another issue that affects we human beings: change of attitude. In order to succeed in life, we must change our attitude. We must change our perceptions. We must change on how we do things. We must change on how we do things. A person who wants peace must change, and if you want to live in peace with each other, you must change your attitude. You must change your attitude. If you want peace to live in peace with each other, you have to change your attitude. The other point is that a person who wants respect must change how they respect others, or how they treat others. If you want respect, and you treat people badly, you treat people negatively, then that change will never come. You have to, in order for you to be respected by other people, then you must change how you treat people. You must change how you perceive people. Yes. So, guys, a person who wants respect. Must change how you treat people. Don't treat people badly. Don't treat don't treat with people with bad attitude. Always, if you want change, treat people positively. Now, the other thing is that we cannot expect different results while continuing the same behavior. Yes, we cannot expect different results while continuing with the same behavior. So, if you want different results, then you have to change our behavior. If you want different good results, then we have to change our behavior. Sometimes we blame circumstances, but deep inside, we know there are areas where we need to improve. We might blame circumstances, problems, this and what happened, traditions, disability. But deep inside, we know that there are areas we need to improve. There are areas, and you yourself know which area we need to improve. You need to improve. The areas you need to improve, you must identify them so that they are the one who will enable you to change. Don't blame circumstances. Don't say because the economy is bad, my business is doing badly. What have you done that? What change have you brought that will help you to achieve what you want to achieve? Now, maybe the circumstances that we blame, maybe it is how we speak. How do you speak? Those are some of the circumstances that we are talking about. How we how we speak. How do you speak to people? How do you talk to people? How do you interact with people? Hmm? Maybe it is laziness. Eh? Maybe you are lazy to work. You are lazy to go to open your business early. You are lazy to even come out to bed. You always sleep and wake up very late. So maybe it is anger. There are some people who have a weakness of being angry always, being angry always. So if you want to perceive, or if you want to change to change, if you want to change your life, you have to overcome anger. No, anger is something that brings a lot of loss, mentally, physically, because there is a Swahili proverb that says hasira hasara. That means when you have anger, you you may encounter losses. You may do things that you may do things that may resort to losses. So also, maybe it is fear. You are fearing to do this. You are fearing to start a business. You are fearing to start a new relationship. You are fearing to change. You are fearing that change. You are fearing to go to a new place. You are fearing to do this, do that. So maybe change might not happen because of fear. If you accept fear in your life, if you accept fear to control you, then change might not happen in your life. Maybe it is giving up too quickly. You are a person that tries this one, that it does not go through, tries another one, that does not go through, then you give up easily. You give up easily. So is something that change is something that you should not. If you want change, you should not give up easy. Maybe it is that business that is not doing well. Maybe today you closed your day, or today the day ended without you even getting a single coin in your business. Don't give up. Instead, ask yourself, what am I doing that is not right? What am I doing that is making my business not to prosper? And then when you identify your problem, then that is the case that uh, you improve on it, or you change. That is why you have said you change how you tackle your business. You change how you tackle your business, or how you do your business. Now, change starts when we become honest with ourselves. You must become honest with yourself. If you want to change, you have to become honest with yourself. Remember, you cannot lie to yourself. You cannot lie to God. You cannot lie to your heart. Whatever, maybe something is disturbing you, you cannot lie to your heart. Yes, you cannot lie to your heart. So you have to be honest to yourself. If that something is not working, say it is not working. If your relationship is not working, say it is not working. You have to be honest. Don't force things, please. Don't force things. Don't force change, but be honest with yourself. Another thing is that. Another thing is that. Now, the greatest transformation is in life. The greatest transformation in life happens when a person says, I want to become better than I was yesterday. That is the greatest transformation. When you say, now, today, I want to become better than yesterday. Today, I want to become better than, yes, that is a confession. That is a declaration that today I want to improve on what I did yesterday. So, number two, about change. Remember, change is not easy. Change is not easy. Let us be honest. Change is not easy. Change is difficult. Change is difficult. Hmm? People naturally become comfortable with routines. We live what we know, or we like what we know. We like what feels familiar. That is why many people remain in situations that no longer help them grow. Not because they cannot, not because they cannot change, but because change feels uncomfortable. Yes, we live. We are always stuck at at with circumstances. We are always stuck with situations just because we refuse to change. Now, maybe why do we? For example, a student may fear trying something new. A student may fear trying something new. A worker may fear leaving a bad habit. Hmm? A person may fear speaking up because they worry about failure. Because they worry about failure. Yes, those are some of the circumstances that that lead into temptation. These are some of the circumstances that might be difficult when we want to change, or might make a change uncomfortable. But growth always requires discomfort. If you want to grow, you have to move out of the this you of the comfort zone. So you have to be discomforted. You have to leave your comfort zone if you want to grow. You are, yes. So now think about a butterfly. You know, a butterfly is a very small. A butterfly is a very small insect. Before it becomes beautiful, it goes through struggle. You know, a butterfly is a very beautiful insect. When you see it going or flying there in flying out or flying in the grass on the grass, it looks very beautiful. But for it to gain its beauty, it passes through difficult times. It goes through struggles inside inside the cocoon. Now inside the cocoon, when that is when it develops. When it develops from an egg to a larva to a pupa, and then to a butterfly. So those are stages, and the stages are not. They are very difficult. It goes there. It struggles to change. It struggles to develop. Now, also, let us think about gold. Before it shines, it passes through immense fire. Before that gold shines, before we call that gold precious, it must be refined, and it must be refined through fire. So for that gold to be very precious, for that gold to be very expensive, it must be refined. It must be refined, and not just being refined, but it must go through fire, and it is a strong fire. Fire that refines gold to make it so beautiful. It is very strong. Also, think about athletics. Those people who do athletics, before they become champions, they train through pain, discipline, and sacrifice. Mm. That ability who trains and who runs and comes and here in Kenya we are known of good and we are known as the champions of athletics. So those people, before they go and learn in the field, they have to train, they have to pass through challenges, they have to pass through difficult times. Sometimes they train in mountains or in hills, in sloped grounds, in hard grounds, so that they can be hardened. They must pass through pain, they must pass through discipline and sacrifice. They have to sacrifice themselves, they have to sacrifice their time, their resources, for them to train and for them to become a champion. Now the process of change may be uncomfortable, but the results are often worth it. There is, there is, the process of change may be uncomfortable, but the results are often worth it. Yeah. Number three. Number three, positive change creates opportunity. Positive change creates opportunity. Throughout history, people who embrace positive change becomes leaders and examples to others. Now, people who embrace positive change are always become leaders and have those people who embrace change. Those people become leaders. They become leaders. They are the one who become innovators. They are the one who become pace setters. They are the one who becomes examples and role model to others just because they accepted change. Now, years ago, many people feared technology, but today, technology connects the world. Now, people, according to the traditions, in years ago, people feared technology. They said, no, this is an ungodly, this is not our tradition. But as time went, people embraced technology. Now you can talk to someone abroad through your phone, and you can talk to even someone in America through your phone, through your computer, just because using a WhatsApp call, using a video call, you can even conduct meetings using Google, using Zoom, using even WhatsApp video calls, because technology came to change the world. Remember, in ancient times, when you wanted to pass a message, you could a messenger would be sent. Now, a messenger the message to deliver, and it would take a lot of days to deliver the message and come back with the response of the message. So currently, if you want to pass a message, because of that change, there is a lot of change. You know, there is a lot of change. There is a lot of change in technology wise. Now you receive instant. You can talk to a person who is very far away, miles away, as if you are there with him or her. Now, business changed. How people business changed, communication changed, education changed, even how we worship, learn, or work has changed. Everything has changed. In recent times, everything has changed. Everything has changed. So, guys, as we continue, as we continue, uh, let us say that those who refuse to adopt were left behind. If you refuse to adopt change, you will always be left behind. In life, we must learn to grow with changing times while still keeping our values and principles. We must learn how to grow with changing times, while still keeping our values and principles. Another thing is that for young people, especially, change is important because their future belongs to those who are willing to learn more new skills, think creatively, and adapt wisely. Now, do not. If you want to change, do not fear learning. If you want to change, do not fear improvement. If you want to change, do not fear beginning again or starting again. Because very successful people, now every successful person was once a beginner. Now, once every successful person was a once a beginner. Yes, we say that when we are climbing a tree, or a long journey starts with a single step. A long journey starts with a single step. Yes, a long journey starts with a single step. Even when climbing a tree, you don't climb a tree from the top, but you have to climb a very tall tree from the bottom. That is change. Change starts with steps, or just broad steps. But remember, we are talking about we have talked about good change, but still there's bad change. That's why we say you can either change positively or either change negatively. Now, bad change, remember that not every change is good. Not every change is good. Not every change is good. Some changes destroy character. Some changes destroy families. Some changes destroy dreams. That is why wisdom is important. That's why wisdom is important. You have to be wise. If you want change, you want to change, you have to be wise, because not every change is good. You have to know what you are changing to. You want to know whether is that change good or bad. Yeah. Remember, a person can change from discipline to responsibility, from honesty to corruption, from kindness to cruelty. That is negative change. So when we speak about change, we must ask, is this change making me better or worse? Is this change making me better or worse? Good change builds, bad change destroys. Good change builds, bad change destroys. Good change increases wisdom, peace, respect, and growth. But bad changes, bad change increases regret, pain, and confusion. We must choose carefully. We must choose carefully the kind of change we allow into our lives. We must choose carefully the kind of change we allow into our lives. Now, society needs change. Point number 5. Society needs change. Our community also needs positive change. Our community needs positive change. We need we need change in how people treat one another. We need change in leadership. We need change in honesty and accountability. We need change in how we care for the vulnerable. We need change in how we use social media and technology. Imagine a society, just imagine a society where people respected each other more. Imagine leaders serving honestly. Imagine young people using their talents positively. Imagine families communicating with love and understanding. Positive change begins with ordinary people making better choices every day. Never underestimate the power of one person, yes, deciding to do what is right. Yes, never underestimate the power of just one person deciding to do what is right. History has always been shaped by people who choose courage over fear. Yes, history has always been shaped by people who choose courage over fear. Yes, for you to change your society, for you to make a history, you must choose courage over fear, because fear is a very bad. Fear is very bad. It can make you lose a lot of opportunities. Now, change requires courage. Yes, that's why we have said we have to overcome fear, because change requires courage. Sometimes lives forces change upon us unexpectedly. Yes, sometimes things that happen in life forces changes unexpectedly. Yes, we have to embrace change unexpectedly. For example, we lose opportunities. We lose opportunities, that is change, unexpected change. We move to new places, that is maybe unexpected change. Friendship change, dreams change, situation change. Yes, yes, situations change. Now, guys, there's a lot we can learn about change, but maybe we can start. We can maybe we can stop there for now. Maybe we can stop there for now. But remember, change is inevitable. As we conclude, I want to remind you of this important truth. Change is unavoidable. You cannot avoid change, but growth is a choice. If you cannot avoid change, but you can choose if you want to grow. Life will continue changing around us. Life will continue changing around us. The question is, will we grow through these changes, or will we resist them? Will you accept change, or will you resist it? Now, every great story involves change. Those great stories that you see involves change. Those testimonies involve change. Every success stories involve change, struggle. Every transformation begins with a decision. Maybe today is maybe today is the day someone decides to work harder. Maybe you might decide to work harder, to forgive, to dream again, to learn, to believe, or to begin a new chapter. Do not fear change. Maybe this is your change, the moment of change. Change whatever it is, you can change today. Because sometimes changes is exactly what we need to discover our strengths, purpose, and potential. If you discover your strength, purpose, and potential, then you can be able to embrace change. The future belongs to people who are willing to grow, adapt, and move forward with courage. Yes, the future belongs to people who are willing to grow, adapt, and move forward with courage. Now, thank you so much for those who are for watching this session. Thank you so much. I believe that you have learned something about change, and I believe that you will take necessary steps to put this into practice as you deliberate on changing your life and how you go on with your activities. Thank you, and may as we embrace positive. Thank you so much as we embrace positive change in your lives. I was your host, Ken Kuria, or Ken the Explorer. Please subscribe to my channel. Please like my channel, and so leave a comment there, and also share this message so that it can reach to many people. Next time we'll continue with another topic. As we tomorrow or the other day we continue with another topic, as we continue to grow together, as we continue educating each other. So God bless you, be with you, and may you have a good day and a good time. Thank you.